Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Would you consider a disease in which after being married for around 50 years, you look at someone's face and realize you have no idea who that person is? Consider that person is to be your parents, and when you go to see them, they don't even know your name, and even you are their kids. This is what happened to someone who has Alzheimer's disease. My great-grandmother was diagnosed of Alzheimer's disease for past years. She died when I was 14 years old. Therefore, I had no knowledge of the disease at the time. The only thing that I recall is that she used to forget everything and sometimes didn't even know her own children. So you could say that I grew up watching the consequences of the disease on her life as well as her family. From then, I grew up more interested in this disease, so I have decided to do further study in order to have a better knowledge of the disease. Alzheimer's disease is a form of dementia, which is just a term of describe loss of memory, language, problem solving, and other thinking abilities. Alzheimer's disease is a neurodegenerative illness characterized by memory loss. Along with it, essential living skills such as eating, bathing, communicating, and so on are included. So right now, understanding the symptoms and causes of Alzheimer's is the greatest method for us to overcome or avoid the disease. Now that we have got the idea of Alzheimer's disease, let us look into their symptoms. I will explain on the 3 symptoms of the disease, which is the mild symptoms, secondly the moderate symptoms, and lastly the severe symptoms. Alzheimer's disease symptoms are frequently identified in the elderly, and most individuals of Alzheimer's disease develop symptoms in their mid-60s. When the disease appears before the age of 65, it is known as early onset Alzheimer's disease. It also can appear as a person 30s, but this is very rare. Furthermore, Alzheimer's disease symptoms are classified into 3 categories: mild, moderate, and severe. A person with mild severe symptoms may appear healthy, but they are having increasing difficulty making sense of their surroundings. Thus, some of the symptoms are memory loss, poor judgment leading to bad decisions, loss of spontaneity, losing track of dates, and knowing current locations. Next, in moderate level, more rigorous supervision and care are required. These changes and growing requirements can be challenging for many spouses and families. Symptoms could include increased confusion, secondly, withdrawal from social activities, inability to learn new things, and difficulty with language and problem solving. Lastly, people with severe Alzheimer's disease are unable to communicate and fully reliant on others for care. As the individual approach the end of their life, they may have spent most of their time in bed as their body stops working. So common signs are included inability to communicate, no awareness and recent experience of surroundings, weight loss, and a little interest of eating, lastly seizures. Now that we have know something about the symptoms of Alzheimer's, let us look at what causes when you had Alzheimer's. Plaques and tangles were thought to be the primary causes of Alzheimer's disease. Plaques are deposits of amyloid beta that form between nerve cells, blocking signals and preventing the nerve from receiving the necessary material for survival. Amyloid beta is used in the healthy brain to aid in the neural repair and growth. However, in Alzheimer's disease, this amyloid beta protein is overproduced, which disrupt these cells and eventually lead to cell death. When old cells die, they leave behind old memories and informations. Because nerve cell blocking can prevent the formation of new connections, short-term memories, and are not being accurately encoded in the brain to become long-term memories. The other causes is tangles. It is formed by twisted tau that accumulates between cells. Tau is used in a healthy brain to help support neural strength, and it is important in maintaining cell stabilities. However, a build-up prevents the cells from receiving signals and supplies they require to function. This causes cell death, resulting in the loss of information and life skills. So today, I want to raise awareness about Alzheimer's disease, which is an irreversible neurodegenerative condition that gradually affects memory and thinking abilities, and eventually the ability to do the most basic tasks. Alzheimer's disease negatively affects brain function by destroying healthy nerve cells. So far, we have covered symptoms and causes of Alzheimer's disease. why not we talk about some simple recommendation to prevent Alzheimer in early stage? For the first recommendation, you could plan your daily routine carefully. For some tasks, such as bathing or even going to the doctor, are easier when the person is alert and refreshed. You could also allow yourself for some wiggle room for unexpected activities or particularly difficult days. The second recommendation, allow yourself for plenty of time. You can expect tasks to take longer than usual and allocate more time for them. And lastly, do avoid falls. You can avoid by using scatter rugs, extension cords, and other items that could cause a fall. To sum this speech up, Alzheimer's disease has proven to be complicated and stressful disease. There is no cure and diagnosis is frequently difficult. But Alzheimer's disease cannot currently be cured or reversed. An early diagnosis allows a person to live as well as possible without the condition. So that's all from me. Thank you.